And so we took our wives' credit cards because they were making the money. We went to Home Depot and we bought the pipes, and we spent the next week building out potato guns. Super fun. And then the next Monday I was back in school, and I remember sitting there thinking about my business, and all of a sudden I had the epiphany, like the light bulb moment, where I was like, I wonder if anyone else besides me was searching for potato guns this week. I don't know. And I searched, and there were about 18,000 people a month searching for potato gun plans and spud guns, and I was like, that's it. That's gonna be my business. I'm gonna potato gun expert. First, it was just a tool for me. Like, that was really the initial goal of ClickFunnels. Like, and then after I started using it and I was having success, I was like, we have to make this a tool for everyone. Like, it'll free all entrepreneurs. My initial goal is not to make you $1 billion. My initial goal is to get you to break even. Now you have a tool that will consistently all day long give you free customers. I want you to do it now while you're in the moment, while you remember why it's important, why you saw me do it, so you don't forget and we can get it. And worst case, like, this will be the worst one you ever do. The next one you do will be better. It's not about the people watching you. It's about you guys, about us learning our voice. That's the most important thing. Someone the other day was upset about something I did. They're like, well, my dad always taught me to play nice. I was like, oh, well, my dad taught me to win. My goal for the next 3 years is if I can give you guys some tools and some things that'll help you to change more people's lives in your world, then for me, that's a huge win. What is that thing for your business? Like, what's the one huge domino that if you can knock that thing down, everything else becomes obsolete? You have to lead them to the answer, but you can't give it to them. They have to come up with the idea themselves. You plant the idea in their minds with a story, and if they come up with the answer, then they sold themselves.
He's a marketing genius. That's his brilliance.
Russell rhymes with funnel.
How to market, how to promote, and even how to sell.
He's here to help entrepreneurs create amazing lives.
And on a grand scale.
What's going on, everybody? This is Russell. It is Funnel Hacking Live time. We are literally 16 days away from the last dance happening. We've done Funnel Hacking Live now technically 10 times. We did 9.5 in the middle, but this is the 10th and official and last Funnel Hacking Live coming in 16 days in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is so bittersweet. There are days I wake up, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad this is the last one. There's days I wake up and I'm crying, like, what was I thinking? Why did I announce that? But this is the last one, you guys, and we're 16 days away, and I'm so excited to be hanging out with you guys in person, having a chance to serve you and to be able to be there with you guys as a community. This is like the greatest ClickFunnels Funnel Hacking Live entrepreneur reunion of all time. Do not miss it. Come and hang out at funnelhackinglive.com to get your tickets. It's February 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th in Las Vegas, Nevada. There is, by the way, when you guys go through the funnel, there's an upsell where you can get a VIP day on February 11th with Mr. Dan Kennedy. So I'd recommend coming to that too, because it's going to be insane. But that's Funnel Hacking Live, and we are, like I said, 16 days away from it. I want to make sure as you guys are preparing for it, when you come out to Funnel Hacking Live, make sure you're wearing your funnel hacking gear. If you got swag, you got shirts, you got hats, you got whatever, like, come in that stuff so we can see you guys at the airport. We can recognize you. All of our people will know, like, oh, there's some funnel hackers, and it's going to be awesome. So with that said, you guys, I'm pumped. This is the last of all of our speaker reveals, which means all the speaker bonuses are going to be disappearing in, like, I think 24 or 48 hours. My team will let us know that kind of stuff. But the last speaker who I'm really excited to announce, she's somebody who just came into my world in the last 4 or 5 months, probably. She joined. It's funny because, as you guys know, we have different levels. Like, there's like, one Funnel Way Challenge and Funnel Hacking Live. And we got our Prime Mover program, our 2 Comma Club X, then Inner Circle, then Atlas. And she just kind of jumped to the top, and they called me. They're like, hey, she wants to be an Atlas. I'm like, I don't know her yet. So I started watching her stuff online, and I got to know her a little bit. I was like, she's awesome. So she came, maybe she came somewhere else in Value Lab, but she jumped to Atlas meeting, and then she came to Inner Circle meeting. So I saw her like every single month here in Boise for like a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, and just really connected with her. Thought she's someone who's like one of the most inspirational people, great speaker, great energy, someone who I'm excited to share with you guys and introduce you guys so you can have a chance to get to know her and then see her at this year's Funnel Hacking Live. So with that said, everyone's put our hands together for Dr. Sonja. How's it going?
Hey, thank you, Russell. Thank you. Thank you. You know, when you were sharing that story, I was sitting there like, I went straight to the top. I mean, I've been around in this game for long enough, and I know where it's so important to get in the room. So it's so important to get in the room with the thought leaders and folks like yourself that have done a thing and been out there doing it. So it was important to get in the room for sure.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you did. And it's just been so much fun, like watching you in your business and seeing like the energy you bring to everything is just, I love it. Like You see some people who come, they'll dabble on things, and you're like, nope, I'm all in, let's go. And I just love that about you. But for people in my world who don't know you yet, I would love you. Do you want to give like a quick backstory about who you are and why I'm so excited about having you at Funnel Hacking Live?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So my background is I'm originally from Arkansas. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm retired military. So I served my country, United States Army for 21 years, 3 combat tours and all of that. And so I'm bringing a lot of what I learned, I'm going to call it the battlefield, into the boardroom, and not a boardroom like corporate America, but your boardroom of being a CEO and an entrepreneur. And so the background of where I'm coming from is more of, we come in winning. We don't come in here dabbling and putting our feet in the water. And I knew that. And I knew that's where the way you were as well. So as soon as I knew about this environment and all of that, I was like, you know what? I got to get in those rooms because something's happening in there that I'm missing out on. And I knew as soon as I got in there, I was like, I'm in the right place. So the background, being in the military, building a business. And I think, if I may, Russell, I think when you were really in the room, like, who is this lady? Where did you come from? And why do you want to be an Atlas? And why should we allow you an Atlas? And I think that conversation where I said I built a $28 million company in 3 years. And I was using ClickFunnels, and I just didn't know there was a funnel, or excuse me, there was a community out there. I was just minding my business, had my head down and just working. And then I got introduced to the community after, talking to someone we mutually know, of course, Myra, and he's like, yeah, absolutely. And so that's how I ended up there. But my background is, this is about warrior spirit. This is about winning. We're not just winning anymore. This is more about dominating in our space and in our industries for sure.
Did you guys hear that? Like, I love that. We're not just winning, we are dominating our space. And like the energy you came into the marketplace, like you said, in 3 years to the point you're at right now is crazy, right? People don't normally hit those numbers. That's not average. That's not normal. And I'm curious, like, what was it 3 years ago that got you in? And then like, what's been the driving force for you over the last 3 years?
Well, if I can go back, I know you said the background. So let me kind of go back to the upbringing very briefly. It's like, having a child at 15 years old. I'm going to talk more about this on stage. Is like, who's leading your business? And it's just where I came from, always having to really fight. Like 15, having a child, being raped and, left for dead at 17 and joining the military and all of those things. So again, all I knew was fighting, but not fighting other people, but just fighting to be a better person than I was the day before. So when I came into business, I didn't have an option, Russell. I know some folks have an option. You can go back and work a 9 to 5. I was not going back in the military. That's for sure. I had done my time. Someone telling me when to wake up, when to go to sleep, and all of that. So I was really looking for something. And I'll never forget sitting at a round table with some generals. And they said, so Stribling, what are you going to do when you retire? Because I was like, I'm done. I had a son playing playing football at the University of Michigan. I wanted to watch games. I didn't want to be in Iraq and Afghanistan and all of that. And I wanted to be a mom. Mind you, I had 3 children at that time, right? And I remember telling the general, like, I'm looking for something where I can go to work at 12 and get off at 1. And they just busted out laughing, like, where are you going to find this? And I said, it's got to be out there. I'm watching people do it. I was watching it, Russell, and I just didn't know. And I said, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life. This time is going to pass anyway, but I want to dedicate the rest of my life figuring out how I can work smarter and not harder, and I can make more money than I ever have before. And it wasn't about the money to buy stuff, material stuff. It was about how can I help and serve other people. And so I just put my head down over the years. I've been in the industry about almost a decade now, but the last 3 years, because I really tapped into what was happening in ClickFunnels, honestly. And this is not a shout out to you. He didn't ask me to do this, but this is a real conversation. I didn't know what I didn't know. And when I really went all in and using one of the number one platforms that's out there to do this, the game changed for me. It was like on autopilot. So just looking at this, looking at where I am now, I'm not saying it's going to happen for everyone, but what I do know, if you have the right tools and you make some mindset shifts and some business model shifts, I believe things will change for you for sure.
Yeah. It's so cool. So inspiring. So now you do the 12 to 1. Is that the window now where you're actually working?
What's that? Yeah, but it was more of, well, when I'm serving clients though. So Russell doesn't know this. So I put in one of the plays that you shared. game changer. And so I'm really scaling back on doing a lot of one-on-ones because that's really what I was doing. But I went straight to the top, just like I did with Alice. I always go to the straight to the top because I do need one-on-one because I want to go faster. One-on-one accelerates the process. But there are some things that I didn't set the foundation for, even with the 28 million. And so being on track now for 28 million in 3 years, we're looking at 50 million in 1 year. And it's simply because putting certain systems in place that are going to help me put things on autopilot so I can go and do what I love doing, is serving and speaking on stages and those things. So that 12 to 1 is real. I have to do it's a little bit more than 12 to 1, but honestly, working with people, it's like a 1 hour a week. Yes.
Oh, what do you think about it? It's like I don't know about you, but for me, it's addicting and it's so much fun. And so I look forward to, like, I could do my work in 12 to 1, but why would I stop when it's like, this is some of the best parts of the day. I love it. So,
It
okay.
doesn't even feel like work, though. It doesn't feel like work, does it? This is fun. What we do is fun, and I know that's the reason why you do what you do, because it's fun helping and serving other people. And really, I think as a competitor, we look at it's not competition with other people. It's just competition of, hey, this is a goal I want to set. When I accomplish it, then I can celebrate. And then what's the next goal?
Yeah, for sure. I did my strengths finder. My number one strength is competition. So, like, yes, I'm 100% all the time. Who do I need to beat? This makes this way more fun. If I'm doing it by myself, I'm bored. Yeah, but also
Yes,
competing against myself.
absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
what this year's Fun Hacking Live in by 16 days from now, will you tell people, kind of just tease them a little about what you're going to be talking about so they know what to prepare for and be ready for when you have a chance to hit the stage?
Absolutely. So first off, it's just the game plan. I call it a runway, the runway that I went on and I've been able to share, but it's more so of the 4, I would say, shifts that have to be made, like mindset shift, business model shift, the offer shift. And I made sure I added one in. It's a leadership shift that has to be made. And it's like, who's leading your business as you go through, whether it's 6-figure business or $1 million or 8 million, or 8-figure business and beyond, who's leading the business? Because what I'm realizing, Russell, if the top 1% of the business owners and entrepreneurs out there are doing something that the other 99% are not doing, and I believe a lot of people are looking at what the 99 percenters are doing, but I really want to highlight what are the top 1%ers are doing out there. And again, who's leading their business? And I like building a business from the inside out. Everybody else is getting, here's the strategy, here's the techniques and all of that. But I do believe there's an essence that comes to the business of what we do. And I'm just really bringing in what the military has taught me for 21 years. How do you really go into battle? Because this is a battle, and it's not a battle against other people. It's the battle for our legacy and for our business. And some folks are like, oh, it's not about money for me. That's great. I hear you all day. But what can you do when you begin to generate that level of income? And who do you become along the way? And it's really in this journey of becoming. So the conversation I'm going to have, and I don't really call it a presentation, it's a conversation. Who do you need to become? Is number 1. And 2, what are the shifts that need to be made right now? Because 2025, as we know, things are a little different, a lot different, but it doesn't necessarily have to affect you and your business. But if it does, let it be a great effect to take you and your business to a whole nother level.
Yeah, so cool, so cool. Well, I'm excited to introduce you to our entire ClickFunnels community, have you on stage. I've seen you in a room with like 20, 30 people, and the energy you bring is always insane. I can't imagine you in front of like 5,000 or 6,000 people, but we're going to find out here. It's going to be the best thing ever. So I'm grateful for you being in our community, grateful for you coming and speaking and sharing. And I think you're going to light everyone on fire and just get them motivated and excited and help them understand that, like, no matter what barriers they have, like, they can be successful inside of this world. So
absolutely. No more excuses is what I call it. No more excuses in this season and in this year for sure.
No more excuses. Okay. One last question for you. So, as you know, for all of our speakers, I've asked them to donate some kind of speaker bonus. So curious if you have any kind of speaker bonus to push anyone over the edge who's not coming, or for those who already have their tickets to go watch ahead of time so they can get to know you even better.
Yeah. So the bonus that I gave, and it is more of, if those who really sit and implement it, it's a game changer for you. And I call it a $28 million runway. And folks always ask, well, why do you always drop receipts, right? Where I come from, if you say you're an apple tree, I should see apples being produced from your tree. So with that being said, I really wanted those that are serious about their next level, regardless what business they're in, unless you're trying to teach a rock to sing and, karaoke. I can't help you with that. But I believe believe this runway guide will give you an idea of what this looks like for you. And the business model, Russell, I don't think people are paying attention to your business model close enough. I am. I listen closely. I believe I'm a great student, right? And I'm a greater implementer. So this is my gift to those of you that watch from afar or decide to actually do the work and not just say a thing, but actually do a thing.
So cool. Well, thank you for offering that. And then for anyone, we're gonna put it here. There it is, right there. We'll put it inside the membership site. I think it's already there. So if you already have a ticket, just go to funnelhackinglive.com, log in. The speaker bonuses are all here. After you log in, takes you to the membership site. And then just note, this is the last day of announcing speakers. So all the speaker bonuses will be disappearing like in 24 or 48 hours. So if you already have access to it, don't worry, they'll be locked in there. But anyone coming in after that, when you log into the member site, the bonuses won't be there. So if you want Dr. Sonja's bonus, you gotta make sure you go in there. How to build a $28 million coaching empire, blueprint for your next level of success. That's in there. And if you don't have your tickets yet, now is the time to go to funnelhackinglive.com and actually get your tickets because we are 16 days away. It's almost done. You got to get your hotels, your rooms booked, all kind of stuff, you guys, because we're at the end of the campaign. We are almost sold out tickets. I was telling my team we're either going to sell out this weekend or we're just going to double the ticket price. So whatever happens first, but this is your last week. This is like the end of it, you guys. It's time to get your tickets at Funnel Hacking Live. And that's kind of the game plan. So Dr. Sonja, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I cannot wait to see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Russell. Thank you. Thank you. So awesome. Thank you. Russell, can I ask you a quick question in front of your audience really quick? I know most people don't ask. What is your number one takeaway for everyone that attends live? Because we know there's a difference in watching virtual or hearing about it and being in the room. What is that number one thing you really want people to walk away with at this last dance for Funnel Hacking Live?
Yeah. Man, what a great question. It's interesting because like when I design an event like this, there's all these things, right? We're designing, here's the content, here's the frameworks, here's the motivation, here's the pieces. But like, honestly, the thing that's most valuable, most important being in the room, I think is like, it's the thing, like when you're in the room, you get belief, and belief is the most important part. Like, cause I know this stuff works, you know, this stuff works, like it works over and over. Like, but for people to believe two things, number one, believe that this actually works. Number two, believe that they can actually do it. I think when you're in the room, first off, you see it happening, you see it around you, you see all the people, you meet people, you're sitting next to people who won 2 Comic Club awards, you're like, that person is just like me. And they did it. Like, it gives you so much belief in the process, but then we're also going to dump into you belief in yourself. Because if I can get you to believe you can do it, that's for me, the hardest job I have. And the easiest way to do that is in the room. Because I know this stuff works, you know, this works. It's just, if whoever's listening believes it works, that's the key that unlocks the gate. So
good. So good. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. All right. Well, everybody, now's the time. This is the game plan. We're going to show you guys a quick, like 3-minute video. It's going to show you what it looks like inside of Funnel Hacking Live. So those who already have your tickets, you can get prepared, get fired up and excited. Those who haven't got your tickets yet, I want you to visualize yourself sitting in that room, what it'll be like. Look at the people's eyes in the video. Like, imagine like the breakthroughs they're having, and we're going to give that to you when you get your tickets and you guys show up at funnelhackinglive.com. That's the game plan. So Dr. Sonja, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody else at home. And that's our
Thank you
right now. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks at Funnel Hacking Live. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
So many of us as entrepreneurs have limiting beliefs. We think money is something we should be afraid of. We should be afraid to lose it. We should be afraid to ask for it. What is being talked about here is how to overcome that.
What do you want, and why are you here?
I came to Funnel Hacking Live without a business.
I was working 2 jobs. I still didn't have enough.
I procrastinated my way into depression.
I'd just gotten out of a heavy addiction.
I was sued by multiple creditors.
This is not my life. This is not my life. I know I'm meant for more.
You find yourself lost, frustrated, disconnected, because you have no fire.
Put your seatbelts on.
When you go, you don't know what you need. You don't really know what you're going to find. And then you find it.
When I got here, it was like,
I found my people.
Funnel Hacking Live is like coming home.
Raise your hand if you're like me and you're a hot mess.
I'm a hot mess!
I felt like Michael Jackson or something, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was Prince.
This is a rock concert for entrepreneurs.
Dramatic demonstration.
Russell's gonna hate me for that.
It's like my long lost ADHD family.
I can be myself. You don't have to put on this stereotypical business appearance.
I'm a firm believer that you can be really successful in business and still be like a really good person.
The most powerful force is economic force.
I've been doing this now 20 years. I can't tell you the number of gurus who have come and gone and come and gone. If you want to grow a company today, this is the way.
You and I are going to demonstrate how powerful the focused human mind can be.
You've got a map. That's the key.
There aren't many things that can take you from zero to generational wealth in less than a year. We literally have people that came here with a big idea, got super turned on, took the information, and then they go home and they do it.
I'm going to tell you how I get paid every single month from my kitchen with my phone.
This piece makes the content come alive.
I like the cutting edge strategies.
We need to know what's working right now.
That's the most effective and the fastest path to success in today's market.
Once I saw the results I was getting, I knew we were onto something really big.
We teach you how we're adding over 1,000 people per day to our membership programs.
I want to reach in and grab your heart and be like, wake up! Because some of you have a calling. Unless you are open, you will get nothing. You will say, hey, we just had Dwayne Johnson's son double do a presentation. I get paid the same amount of money whether they go home smart or stupid. You know, it don't matter to them. Now, how many of you in the room are going, man, I don't have a team? Let me see your hand. Okay, do me a favor. Look to your left, look to your right. You have a team.
The way to win this game of business is together.
When ESPN said, babe, you can't do it, I said, oh yeah, watch me, watch me.
Come out here and blow fire up your ass.
How many people ready to get your first click from the word? Somebody said that's me.
It's like an Oscar show or something.
I give you permission to say goodbye to the past and hello to whatever future you want to have. I'm giving you permission right now.
Give your family a chance.
You are meant to shine.
Don't fight your people, they need you.
Say it from your doggone heart. I can. I will. I must. Because they counting on me.